Welcome to the space for transformational leaders to unleash their magic, see better client results, work lighter, and live source. Your presence is more important than your presentation or your PowerPoint slides. I'm Darla Ledoux. Welcome to Transformational Storytime. I want to take you back to when I really learned this lesson. When I started my coaching business, I had a motto to myself, which was, who you're being is more important than what you're doing. And I knew it and I believed it to my core. However, imagine my surprise when I signed up for a speaker training and my beingness was so in conflict with my doing that people literally couldn't hear me. I also like to tell this story as the time I blended into the curtain. So here I am, I registered for this speaker training because a lot of my clients actually wanted to become speakers and I thought I should learn. I didn't even think I wanted to be a speaker, go figure, but that was what called me into this training. And as a part of the training, we had to give a talk to a live audience of people who had registered to come to this event. And then we received feedback about our talk. So I had time to prepare for this and I began thinking about what I was going to present. I got the title of my talk, which was, through some amazing coaching, I felt really, really good about the title of my talk and I knew what I wanted people to take away. And so I started to work on my talk and I outlined, part of my magic as a former engineer is to be able to turn topics that are esoteric into something tangible. So I started outlining this talk. It was called Power in the Hallways, and it was about when we're in a transition and one door closes and another opens. And it was starting to look at what are the hallways that we tend to get trapped in as people. And I had 6 hallways. I had a beautiful illustration. My points all really made a lot of sense. In fact, my coaches told me I had the best content of anyone. But leading up to the day of the event, I was so busy working on my PowerPoint slides, I hadn't thought at all about what I was going to wear. So when I went in my closet to start to pack, I was flying to this event, and I started looking at the outfit options, and I discovered that a lot of my favorite things were actually in the dry cleaning pile, and I didn't really know what I was gonna wear. And I hadn't given it much thought, I kind of didn't think it was very important, right? And so I went in my closet and I ended up packing everything I could and taking it with me to the hotel. And then of course the night before I'm trying to figure out what to wear. So I ended up wearing a black jacket and black pants, the exact corporate suit that I was trying to get away from by becoming an entrepreneur. And I had a bright blue top underneath, but with the cut of the jacket, you really couldn't see it. It just looked like I was wearing black. And I had thick black glasses, and then my hair was kind of swooping in front of my face, sort of like this, but more, right? And it kept falling in front of my face. So I go on stage and I'm black on black, black, and the background curtain is black. I was so nervous about giving this talk in front of my coaches and getting feedback that my voice shook like it did when I was in high school and I had to give a talk. So being able to be on camera like this, not natural for me. It was hard to follow what I was saying, even though I had beautiful slides and my content was all laid out. People literally couldn't see me and they couldn't hear me. In other words, my presence was missing. I had a great presentation, right? I had great PowerPoint slides, but my presence out the window. A little bit later, another one of the women who was in the training got on stage. Her presentation was a hot mess. I don't even know what she said. None of what was coming out of her mouth made any sense at all. But her presence was potent. It was palpable. She was there and she cared, and she made we also made offers at this, and people could buy it with pretend money, right? And so Her offer was for a retreat, and people started throwing money at her because they wanted to go on retreat with her, even though nothing in her presentation made logical sense. Her energy and her passion and her clear commitment to what she was doing was so there that nobody even cared about her lack of a presentation or PowerPoint slides. Now, I learned so much from this, right? So in the world of transformation, we're always looking at what's the thing that's hidden from our view, right? That we don't even know about how we're being, that's getting in the way. And there were a few layers for me. I was really prioritizing looking smart and having a good presentation. And I was completely diminishing the power of my physical presence on the stage. I did nothing to prepare for that. How might this be showing up for you? When we work with our clients in our Masterpiece Mastermind program, we have them get on camera, we coach them on their presence, they're seen and witnessed from the other people in the room, and it is so powerfully transformational. First of all, I wouldn't be able to do that if I hadn't moved through my own desire to hide and blend into the curtain. But we do this so that people can really see what's hidden from their view that's getting in the way of them being seen. Time and again, as I've worked with transformational leaders and people who host retreats or want to host retreats, this has come up over and over and over again, right? People come and they want their outline and they want their content and they obsess about getting it perfect. And it's not the thing that matters most when it comes to creating transformation in the world. It's just not. And I have to pry the PowerPoints out of their hands, but guess what? I know the truth because I've experienced it. Yes, it's helpful. I love good content. I love creating frameworks that help people understand things. I still do. I do it all the time. You can find it in our tools channel. But what really matters is your presence. What really enrolls people in who you are is you being who you actually are, not the version that you think that they want or the version that you think you need to be to stand on stage. I'd love to know how this is resonating. Please comment below. Feel free to share this story if you think it will be helpful for someone. I'm Darla Ledoux, founder of Sourced, author of Shift the Field. It is so possible for you to shift your energy field around getting in front of the camera, around getting in front of people on stage, and we'd love to support you with that. Check out the links below.